right after Thanksgiving.
It's nice to see, but a lot of people are thinking about travel, and we want to know what the weather is going to be like. Here with Chief Meteorologist George Lessons to find out. Hey, George.
The sunshine just lowers the anxiety level because there's always that high anxiety when we get into the holiday. Then when you add weather woes on top of that, yes, it is a little anxious. But we had sunshine today, but we still have the weather impact alert. When is that going to go into effect? Weather impact alert means that you need to turn up your anxiety level a little bit, I think, because we have snow coming Thursday night into Saturday. It'll all be lake effect snow, so you'll need to add a lot of extra time for travel, especially if you're traveling to the south or southwest towards Chicago, maybe down to Indy, maybe not quite so much over toward Detroit. But what you will need is your shovels and plows. Get them all fired up and cleaned up so you can use them. So the high impact days will be late Thursday night for your Friday out and about shopping into early Saturday. It'll start to taper off a little bit, but not end on Sunday, and we may ramp that up again later on next week. But tomorrow, a nice travel day as we hit 43 degrees. We'll talk more about snow, when and where and how much a little later on.
The holiday traffic has already started here in West Michigan. Look at that. It's bumper to bumper for this rush hour tonight.
Yeah, that's on both the north and southbound lanes of US 131 in this view from downtown Grand Rapids.
Meantime, road crews from all over West Michigan are preparing for the season's first impactful snow.
Their 10-year Science meteorologist Blake Hansen spoke to one of our local road commissions today about how they're preparing. Blake.
Yeah, with winter settling in the coming days, local road commissions are looking to switch from the mindset of construction to responding to snow and ice. Now, the Kent County Road Commission says crews will be working around the clock as needed starting after Thanksgiving and getting their equipment ready to respond.
We've started to switch over a lot of those trucks from that construction to the ability to spread salt. Most of our vehicles can all remove mechanically snow. But we're well above 80 vehicles that are now ready to spread salt and chemicals as needed. We're out there trying to provide the best driving conditions we can. So I'd encourage anyone to, before they leave for their location, their destination, to make sure they give themselves ample time.
Now, new this winter season, you can get a ticket if you are caught driving more closely than 200 feet from a snowplow. Now, there are some guidelines there. You can still pass a snowplow, but if you are at a stop sign, drivers need to stay at least 20 feet away from the snowplow.
Well, after 44 years, this is Chief Meteorologist George Lessons' last week here at 13 on your side. His last newscast and forecast is tomorrow night.
But before that, we're taking a look back at some of George's most memorable moments on the air.
Oh, it's cold tonight. It's a cold one. It was a cold one today. Coldest day since 1994 is going to come up on Wednesday. And here's the stats that I came up with. I've always wondered what it would be like to be inside a snow globe.
And now you know.
Man, it's not fun. Cold air coming around the south end of the lake has got the coldest wind chills right in through here Tuesday morning. Going to wake up to -20 wind chills from the west, and it's going to take a while to get here. Oh my gosh, what was that? I don't know what that was. That was pretty scary. That looked like a large bat to me. I don't know what that is. Oh my goodness. Hey, you want to see this? No, you don't want to see that. It's a pretty darn big buck. Oh, and this is going to be on YouTube.
We want to take a minute to congratulate George and tell all of you about a distinguished award that George received from the National Television Academy. In Detroit, he was presented with the Silver Circle Award, and this is the award that George received last night for his 29 years in broadcasting. It probably only seems like a couple of years, right, George?
Yeah, the time has
Time goes by.
Time has gone by so fast.
The 13 on Your Side Weather Deck is sponsored by Montel Construction, your home team.
So we've been alluding to that bug. Viewers who did not see that when he was out on the deck. I mean, you don't see George jump like that very often.
No, I've never seen that in person, too. How big was that, George?
It was the size of my hand. It was a palmetto bug.
Yes.
No, thank you.
It was a big bug.
And in the peripheral vision, it just flew out of nowhere and landed on my hand. It was like, What is this?
Well, I'm glad you survived it, and you're still here to tell, one of your last few forecasts. So what can we expect, as we're heading into tomorrow? Pretty big travel day.
Yeah, absolutely. Going to be quiet up through Thanksgiving Day. But of course, got to go out with a flurry, and we're going to see more than just flurries. Lots of lake effect snow. Folks, brace yourselves for this round. As far as our weather impact, yes, we've declared that yesterday. For Thursday night through at least Saturday morning, there'll be more impacts after the weekend as well. So you'll need extra time for travel, and you'll need your shovels and plows. First opportunity to do that. Tomorrow, though, a quiet day. 13 weather ball red. It will be warmer ahead. A lot of deer hunters heading out of the woods once again. Partly cloudy to mostly cloudy tonight, and we'll see partly sunny to mostly cloudy skies tomorrow. Warmer than today, up into the low 40s. Winds will be a little bit lighter than they were today. Clearing skies today. In fact, as we forecast, some sunshine. A little cloudier to the north a little bit later, but all the way around, pretty nice November day, with temperatures now falling back from their highs in the afternoon. They were generally in the mid and upper 30s. We've dropped a few degrees. Freezing line starting to come down into the northern part of our viewing area. But look at all that sunshine. Now the high clouds coming in at the end of the day. Will be partly to mostly cloudy overnight. Next, a shot of winter weather is going to stay to our south. Originally, we thought it might come up into lower Michigan, but now it's going to stay well to our south as we thought. But the cold air will start to pile on in later on Thursday night, and especially over the weekend. That's going to generate a lot of lake effect snow. But this evening, we are just looking at partly cloudy skies and then mostly cloudy tomorrow. You can see where all that precip is staying well to our south during the day on Thanksgiving Day. So that's all great. Once that moves to the east, though, it's going to open the door for some colder air. Notice the lake effect downwind of the lakes here in West Michigan and also up north. That will continue through Saturday and then wind down a little bit Saturday before it flares up late in the day on Sunday. Snowfall, nothing between now and late Thursday night. It will all come Thursday night through Friday. There's 4 inches here in Grand Rapids. That's what's forecast. Then 6 inches by Saturday, and by Sunday we're looking at 8 southwest of Grand Rapids. There'll be a lot more. Looking farther ahead, getting into the first several days of December, continued high chances for colder than average readings, but no system snows coming through the Great Lakes region. It'll all be lake effect during that time period. Tonight, partly cloudy to mostly cloudy at times, mid and upper 20s to the northern part of the lake shore, low 30s to the south. Everyone below freezing, mid 20s up north, partly to mostly cloudy skies. Here in Grand Rapids, we'll have be mostly clear to partly cloudy, ranging between 27 and 31. 13 on your side forecast. Highlighting those impact days Friday into early Saturday. Maybe not quite so impactful, but nonetheless still some lake effect snow on Sunday. And then another wave of colder air coming in next Tuesday. So we've highlighted that day as an impact day as well, and perhaps into the following Wednesday into next weekend. So say goodbye to a calm fall, and now we're going to roar into winter.
You're going out with a roar there, George.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Today was a chilly day here in West Michigan. It was so nice to see some sunshine as we thought we would, but we got a little milder weather coming up before we start to see winter settle in. 13 weather ball is red, a little milder, 40-degree weather ahead. Going to be walking the dog for Joe E. Brown. I love it. Looking great there in the fall leaves. Nana Kevin Rangel, hopefully I got that correct. Going to give you the green paw this evening. Low 30s, wind chills will be in the 20s and below freezing in the morning. We got a residual spot that's left over from yesterday's precip. Just watch out for that in the morning. Lots of afternoon sunshine, even up north before the high clouds are starting to come on in. It's out ahead of the next weather system. For the most part, that's going to stay to our south, though, as we thought it might. But clear skies this evening, allowing that temperature to fall pretty quickly. We'll be down below freezing here in the next couple of hours. Next weather system, as anticipated, staying well to our south for travel day here on Wednesday. Into Wednesday night and Thursday. This is Thanksgiving Day. It'll be dry. Should be great getting to and fro and doing whatever you need to do on Thanksgiving Day. That'll start to change, though, later on Thursday night. Watch the cold air come across the lakes. There's the lake effect snow, not only here in southwest lower Michigan, but along the Lake Superior shoreline and northwestern lower Michigan, even downwind here into Pennsylvania, New York, and in northeastern Ohio. This is a huge lake effect event. It will come up and wind down from time to time, but for the most part, the heavier snow will affect most of West Michigan, with the harder impact areas south and west of Grand Rapids Airport down toward Granville, going to get 4.5, 5 inches of plus. That is just during the day on Friday, and even more during the day Saturday. This area right here is 6 plus, and that is underneath the 12 plus that's going to show up in one spot here in Ottawa County through Sunday evening. That'll be enough to shovel and plow, and getting home from areas on the holiday weekend will be a little tougher than getting to on Thanksgiving Day. Even Black Friday will be a little on the tough side. A long-range outlook, this is through December 4 through 10, so at least through December 10, continuing with colder than average temperatures with warm building off to the west. I think this area, by the time the 15th or the 17th of December comes, we'll be back into the red area, and no system snow is coming in our direction. All of our snow for the next 10 days will be purely lake effect snow. Forecast for tonight, clear to partly cloudy skies, mid-20s to upper 20s around Hart and Ludington, 31 to 32 Muskegon, Holland southward. To the north, mid-20s here. Good cold night. Might actually be one of our colder nights of the season with partly cloudy skies here in the greater Grand Rapids area. Partly cloudy later on. Temperatures between 27 and 31. 13 on your side forecast. Highlighting Friday and Saturday with our impact weather alert days. Most of the snow will be on Friday into Saturday morning and confining itself to the southwestern parts of the state. Sunday, some light snow with a little bit of sunshine. Monday, I think, will be dry as winds turn around away from the lake, and then more impactful lake effect snow starting at least next Tuesday, and it will be snowing on and off most of next week. So after a very tranquil fall, we're hitting the button and going full on for December and winter weather.
Yeah, because your last day on the air is tomorrow, George. So, of course, that's how you're going to leave us.
Won't have to worry about the forecast after that.
Oh, all right. Thank you.
George, today's sunshine was deceiving because I went out to hang some more lights, and that wind, it was cold. I went and put on a heavier coat.
Oh, man. Yeah, that wind, we knew it was going to be breezy.
Yeah.
Wind chills were in the 20s. Yeah, this is kind of a preview of what we're going to have later on this weekend. And we'll add some snow to that. How's that?
Great.
Oh, but travel weather today was good. Travel weather tomorrow is going to be great. And even tomorrow, temperatures are going to be a little bit warmer and maybe not quite as cold. Still need a winter jacket, though. 13 weather ball tonight is a red for that slightly milder, more seasonable weather ahead. Today's afternoon highs were in the upper 30s. They held in the upper 30s this afternoon, and that's what we forecast for a high. Back on track with a bullseye here today. We actually hit 40 right around 1 o'clock in the morning, but that doesn't count. We count our afternoon and early evening highs. Another blue day for the last 31. We're going to start to put a lot of blues back on the map because upper level winds have shifted and they're starting to bring down some colder air. Here it comes over the weekend. It will reinforce pretty significantly starting Thursday night through the weekend, coming straight out of central Canada, and that's not going to relax anytime soon. We're talking all the way through about the first 8 or 9 days of December with this kind of flow. What that means is we're not going to see any system snows. It'll be all lake effect driven. So on the other side of the lake in Chicago, Milwaukee, not going to see more than an inch of snow over the next 10 days. Probably here in West Michigan, we'll have 2 to 3 feet. As far as our weather, mostly cloudy skies overnight, no precipitation, a few breaks here and there, and a dry day tomorrow. All of the precipitation for the next system is going to stay well south and east of the greater Grand Rapids area. But as the colder air starts to come in, this is Thanksgiving Day. See a couple of flurries, but nothing out of the ordinary. It's Thursday night through Black Friday. Starting to see some heavier snow. Now notice where the snow is falling. It's not in the northeastern part of our viewing area. It's downwind from about Oceana County through Muskegon County and then portions of Kent and off to the south. The usual lake effect snow belts. This is all the way through Saturday. This is where we have the 2 weather impact days, and then we are taking it down for Sunday. Most of the day will be dry, but we'll start to see some more lake effect snow move in towards Sunday night into early next week. Let's show you the numbers without the totals. Here's where the snow is on Thanksgiving. Just a few flurries at the lake shore. This is just Friday. These spots in through here, those are 6+ inch amounts. As far as the next 24 hours, that 6-inch plus mark shows up in here. And then on Sunday, we start to add a little bit more. That is a 12+ right in through here. When you add the numbers, you can see 8 to as much as 10, maybe 12 inches of snow. And a lot, if not most of this, will stick because temperatures are going to be staying below freezing both in the afternoon and certainly overnight. For tomorrow, good travel day. Partly to mostly cloudy, low and even mid-40s from north to south along the lakeshore. Northern areas around 40, maybe as warm as 43 in Greenville, 41 in Fremont. Here in the greater Grand Rapids area, we'll be around 43 to 45 with a very light south wind. 13 on your side forecast. Weather impact alert in red for Friday and Saturday. Wind as well. Breezy, cold, snow blowing, shoveling kind of day. A little less snow on the first day of December when meteorological winter actually starts, and then ramping up next week starting on Tuesday, perhaps even through the end of next week. We may have weather impact alert days with lots more lake effect snow. A couple 3 feet maybe.
Hey, people who are waiting for it are very happy.
There you go.
Thanks, George.